You like that? 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 You like that?
What's going on? It's Coach Williams, and I am back for another breakdown. So today we are going to talk Christian Gonzalez going up against the Miami Dolphins and shadowing from time to time the best receiver in all of football, Tyreek Hill, and his phenomenal performance in this game. So let's just get this thing started, all right? So this week, the Patriots did not have him playing boundary corner, right? So the Patriots are a week-to-week team. You're never going to get a bead on what they're doing, but they did have him travel with Tyreek Hill over the course of the game sometimes. And so in this situation here, they are in man-to-man coverage, and he is locked in on Tyreek Hill, okay? So the way that you also know that this is a situation where they're having him travel with him is because Tyreek Hill is in the slot. And usually Christian Gonzalez is an outside corner. So he's in coverage here in man-to-man coverage. And this just shows the rookie has got some savvy to him, okay? So in press man coverage, usually what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to match the release of the receiver, okay? So you're going to let him dictate the tempo. Well, there's a move that you can use called a quick jam. And when you use the quick jam, you are the one that's deciding the tempo of the route, and you are going to either take away the inside or the outside on the snap of the ball. Christian Gonzalez, in this situation, does the quick jam, all right? So he gets this nice, good quick jam into Tyreek Hill, and then he's in trail technique here. Some people that, might not know as much about defensive back play might think that he is beat on this, but he is not beat. His eyes are down. You can tell he's not panicking because he's got safety help over the top, right? So the safety has shaded this way. So he's in trail technique, and he is just staying underneath on the hip of the receiver, okay? So that's a good job right there. Really good savvy rep, okay? Now, this is straight press man-to-man coverage here, okay? So he's in press, and so this is more of him reading and matching the release of the receiver. But those long arms, he gets into Tyreek Hill, right? And gets up the field with him hip to hip. And part of the reason why this rep is so impressive here is because in that other situation, it was a 3-by-1 and the safety was shading over to that side. This time, this is straight press man coverage. There is no help over the top. They have trusted Christian Gonzalez to be able to be in this position, and this is a really good jam, really good job widening this route. Look at how wide he forces Tyreek Hill. He's about 2 or 3 yards from the sideline. So really good rep here. All right, so now this is a different situation here. They're in cover 3. And I put this one in because I want to harp back on this physicality nonsense that he is not a physical football player, all right? So this is a 3 deep, 3 under coverage, so it's a zone pressure, zone blitz, okay? So there is no, I have this guy or whatever. He's got the deep third, okay? But Tyreek Hill motions into his zone, all right? And they're doing this wheel motion that the Dolphins are famous for right now, okay? So now he's got 2 threats in his zone, so he has to apex this, okay? So he's got to apex these 2 receivers and split the 2 of them, all right? Now, Tua is throwing the ball, and one of the things that we talked about in the pre-draft process with him is there were some times where his reaction time was a little bit off. But his reaction time on this one is great because he's broken, as you can see here, right on the ball before the receiver even does, all right? So, ends up being a completion because it's zone coverage, it's 3 deep, 3 under. The holes in 3 deep, 3 under are pretty large, but he gets in here, and look at the physicality. How many times have we seen Tyreek Hill, break tackles or stiff arm people or spin out of tackles and stuff? This shows knockback power, right? He knocks Tyreek Hill a couple yards back, right? So even though it's a first down, even though it's a completion, I don't want to hear anything about this physicality nonsense, all right? Like, really good job here. And we'll be able to see it from the tight, right? I know we're talking DBs here, but this is some really cool, stuff going on up front that the Patriots like to do. So they're doing the zone pressure blitz, and this is a read blitz. So wherever the center slides, that linebacker is going to drop out, and then the other one is going to blitz. So as we can see here, center slides this way, so Bentley drops out, Duggar blitzes, but the Dolphins did a good job of picking up. And now we can see here the knockback power from Christian Gonzalez, this tackle. Really good job. And some good sportsmanship here, helping him up. All right, so again, man-to-man coverage, right? Man-to-man coverage here. And this one is another example of the physicality here. Look at this jam that he puts on Tyreek Hill. All right, Tyreek Hill, one of the things that he is most famous for is he has phenomenal balance. But Christian Gonzalez, size, length, and physicality knocks Tyreek Hill off of his path, and he falls to the ground, right? That's a really impressive rep. How many times have you seen somebody do that to Tyreek Hill? Not a lot. It's going to be really hard to find some tape of someone doing that to Tyreek. Like, this dude, Christian Gonzalez, can play, all right? And then, of course, I got to finish it off with the most impressive play, I think, of the entire game, okay? So we got Christian Gonzalez here, and they're running this inverted cover 2. And this might look familiar to you if you've been on the channel for a while, because over the summer, I told you guys back in July that I thought that this was going to be a coverage that they were going to use against teams that are really good at throwing the ball. And almost literally everyone is in the exact same position that I built them in VR. We've got Jabril Peppers here. Down here is this rolled up cloud corner. You've got Christian Gonzalez as a deep half player. You've got Duggar as a deep half player. Even Bentley and Tavai are in the game, right? So I built this out if you want to go back and look at that video. But this is a really good, impressive play here because Jabril Peppers actually blows his assignment here, right? So in cover 2, if you get a wheel route, the corner is supposed to carry the wheel so that the safety can stay on the hash, all right? So since it's inverted, the corner and the safety are switched, but you get what I'm saying, right? So the flat player is supposed to carry the wheel, and then the deep half player can stay on the hash, right? So he doesn't have to widen out the middle of the field. But Peppers doesn't carry it. Gonzalez here opens his hips, right? Because Tua is looking him off. He's looking this way. But he's got that patented speed turn that we talked about last week. And in last week's video, right, the first time that we saw him do the speed turn, we noticed that he didn't do his normal technique that he's really good at getting the head around first and then letting the feet follow, right? Well, this time he does it to perfection. Gets his head around, the feet follow, and then at 6'2" with the 41-inch vertical, this ain't a 50-50 ball. This is 80-20. And Christian Gonzalez says, that ball's in the air. It's mine. High points to football, interception. All right, so we'll get a really nice, good view of it from the tight because you can see Tua off the bat looks him off, throws it up. Gonzalez wheels back around, high points to football, interception. Ladies and gentlemen, the New England Patriots have gotten themselves a dog at cornerback, all right? So this week, they're going to be going up against the Jets. Garrett Wilson is the best receiver out there. I would be very surprised if he's not taking some reps against him. And we're going to continue to see. It's going to start to get tough over the course of the season, though, right? So he's got Garrett Wilson coming up. He's got, I believe, CeeDee Lamb after that, right? I think maybe Devontae Adams as well. There's going to be a rough stretch of really good receivers. But the first 2 games have been pretty impressive, right? So we'll continue to watch Christian Gonzalez, and I will continue to come back with more breakdowns. So as always, you know what it is. It's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.